say, can we do more kazoo? You're my special friend.
Welcome everybody to tonight's Plumes of Hazard. I'm DJ Mass Blast 09. Keep it going. And these are my cohorts. Understudy 77, who just got a new playroom done.
Yo, go full Reverend Brown, Masked. You gotta go full Reverend. You're getting like you're doing like the crazy preacher intro. I thought we got
Baka, who just shut the hell up so I can finish my intro. And last but not least, the main supporter and the one who will have to pay the most for that motherfucking wall. And chat just crashed. The Axel Vapor.
Hey, really?
You have the most square footage. So yeah.
Well, it hasn't shipped for me yet. It didn't.
Yeah, no, it pooped.
That, yeah, that hasn't happened in a while. That's a good.
My chat's constipated.
Ooh, what else?
It's been right about 7 days since it happened last time.
I don't think it happened last week or the week before that.
But yeah,
well, since we had a chat, take a shit.
I thought you were gonna introduce everyone like a preacher, like we got the Angstful Vapor. A wrestling intro. We should do another. We should do another wrestling intro.
Sparky Vapes, these are Kylo Ren 3D glasses. Actually, good call.
I keep thinking those are snowboarding goggles.
They look like
really small
goggles.
Really small ones.
Just enough to keep from going in the eye.
Where you do not want things to go.
No, what up, y'all?
What up?
Welcome.
So how's everybody doing in their non-vape mail getting stinking Monday, no mail delivery day?
I went out to my fucking mailbox twice. Just like, maybe the mailman's not by you. Nope.
I got two packages.
Nope.
Neither from USPS, but two packages all the same.
I also got a little piece of vape mail, which we'll talk about today. Also not USPS.
How were the weekends? Did you guys do anything fun or interesting?
Nope. Actually, I did have an awesome dinner last night. I was telling Angsty about it. I went to a Cajun place in Astoria, Queens that is closing at the end of the month. And I only discovered this place like 2 months ago. And so we're trying to make it a point to go as many times as possible before February the 28th.
Yeah.
It's really good. And their prices are great.
Yeah, I had like an action-packed weekend.
What kind of food was it?
It's Cajun food.
Cajun food.
Yeah, I had fucking fried shrimp po' boy last night.
Nice.
Oh, so good.
I hit up one of the better Tex-Mex places around here. Uncle Julio's had some fantastic fajitas.
Nice.
It was good shit. The only problem was, you want to have like another waitstaff conversation? The place was slammed and the kitchen was backed up like crazy. So my family's in town. We sat there for like 2 hours waiting for our food.
Whoa.
It was pretty like bad enough to where like the manager's coming by and saying he's sorry, and then they messed up one of our orders, and then I didn't get my tortillas with my fajitas, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But
Yeah, no,
Because our waitress was nice, and so she still got full tips. But because I think it really was the kitchen, I don't think it was her fault. But
it's
nice.
I mean,
that's not the only or the best crucifixion of the evening.
no, it certainly was not. But Uncle Julio's, I'm certainly open to being sponsored because I'll pimp your shit all day long. It's good food.
Nice.
See, I got like drugged to an RV show by my wife because her
What else?
yuppies. We had friends.
I'm still finding it vastly entertaining. You went to an RV convention.
I know, right? Hey, I'll tell you one thing. It smelled about the same as a vape convention, and there was about the same number of rednecks.
well, I have to imagine there was some kind of overlap.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I would imagine so too, but I don't really know the overlap because it was oddly enough the killer of this. What I didn't realize it was an indoor RV convention, which to me is a little defeatist for an outdoor camping thing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you're supposed to feel like you're indoor in an RV.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was indoor, and then you go in campers. But it was cool, and then we had some friends over and played some. Well, we were gonna play board games. We ended up shooting shit, and then I went to
I love shooting shit.
Another very yuppie thing my wife drove me to was a corgi meetup.
Ooh, what else?
Which was interesting. And then my choice, I went to. We have a hacker space near here, like a hacker maker space called Unallocated. So I went down there for the remainder of Sunday to just kind of chill with people there who are
Isn't it unallocated?
Unallocated, yeah.
Unalligated.
It's a cool little space, man. They got like 3 or 4 3D printers and a whole bunch of really cool shit in there. I mean, I was thinking about starting to make some mech mods.
Better ask permission first.
What else?
We got a guy wanting people to email him about like things for sale. This isn't a for sale.
Yeah, dude. Don't be pimping your shit. I will ban you. I will happily ban you. I got an itchy finger. I'll hit that ban button. Yeah.
At least it's not sticky
I'm
finger.
gonna write an over dramatic post telling you why I banned you and include a picture of a stick of banned deodorant.
I will say one thing, and we've added a whole bunch of other topics, but I want to talk about something because I had a very good musical experience with not a new band, but a brand new album, and that happens very rarely for me now. So if anybody likes like melodic, like punk rock music, and you kind of have to like that for this to enjoy this
melodic punk rock music.
Yeah, it's. Just you got to listen to it. The band's called Nothington, and what's the album name? Because it's brand new, and all their stuff is really good. The new album is called In the End. It's really good. Like I was listening to it up to about 5 minutes before we went live.
But I thought in the end it doesn't even matter.
Ooh, Linkin Park joke.
Oh, ooh, dude, you set yourself up for that. I tried really hard for that one, Sean.
Somebody said emo. It's really not.
How can you say emo with that V-neck, yo?
Other than that, it's not. It's
you guys are fucking assholes in the chat
on it. So not really a V-neck. But no, not because like emo is all like high voiced, screamy kind of crap. Like I tend to like really like deep voiced bands. Like very raspy, very raw.
You see
what the Underskull mod?
Franken Trump. If anybody copies my name, you'll be banned.
Get them out of here.
Yeah. I love it, but I strongly suggest checking out that album if you like that kind of music. Because it was really good. I got our admin Kyle to listen to it too, and he really enjoyed it as well.
I don't care. I don't care.
We got to fill a lot of time here, man. I gotta talk about something, and I sure as hell haven't done anything vape related. So,
ooh, what else?
Well, actually, no. Damn
you know what's funny is last week in chat somebody said that it seems like And I think it was specifically about me. Like, I just don't care anymore about the vaping thing or whatever. And they're right.
I can't do a show anymore because those fucking Brits, man, they're just keeping an eye on me. They're time stamping me.
They are.
Time stamped.
Well, yeah.
They're running contests to find all my
You say.
things I say to time.
I mean, when was the last time we had to dig for content?
Right?
Do that.
I will
Pull
be
this shit out of context.
I will be completely honest with our viewer base here, though. I have not cared about the vape scene in a very long time. I do this show because it's 3 very good friends that I enjoy spending time with, and we enjoy making fun of shit and bullshitting with all of you.
Sean, I thought you were like still all about vaping, man. What the fuck?
I vaped one mod with 1 Addy and 1 juice for about the last 7 months.
Sean's a poser.
I know I'm horrible, but just my interest in the industry and the vaping thing is all but fucking gone. I just have fun doing this still.
You've just given up, man.
I have, man. I'm done. We're toast anyway. I've given up. But this is still fun, so we still do it, right? Otherwise, I would have been done with this a long time ago. But
It is still fun.
I still enjoy doing this. I just don't really care about the vaping scene anymore. Like, outside of our little bubbles, like Schwanker's Paradise and Plumes, like, I don't really give a shit. I don't care what new
Sean's
mods
been
coming out.
spending most his time shit posting in the Squonker's Paradise.
That was
Anksty's like,
That was well timed.
You know, I'm really surprised Ahmed doesn't have any kids because his dad jokes are on point.
That's what I said last week. I agree.
I think he's got a few kids. He's fucking Pakistani. He's goddamn right. He's either got a few kids or a few fucking calves. Something.
speak for yourself, dude.
On the other unrelated note, I
Say.
think next week I will probably share a few pictures of my finished game room because I think it's going to be done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
The blinds are going in tomorrow, and I'm hoping that my last poster gets here, and then it's done. The whole room is finished, and I'm so fucking happy because that was a long project. And
My game room quickly turned into put the dogs in their room.
we haven't let any of the dogs even come downstairs yet because we just got new carpet last week.
Dude,
I don't know.
with,
I don't understand why the dog have no dog.
with your dog too, that shit's gonna be fucking hairy white in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah.
We
I'm
have not
Sam.
had a dog come down. Like, nope, you stay up. So we got baby gates. Put up a baby gate. You stay up there. Down here is off limits right now until like I'm comfortable with fur on my brand new carpet.
You're timestamp. You're comfortable with fur on your furry carpet.
On my brand new carpet.
On your brand new carpet. I have the baby gates up just high enough so the vacuum can get under, and the kid can't, or the dogs. It's kind of funny.
And your
She
kid
was like-
loves to follow that.
She's like looking, trying to see if she could see it under there. I'm like, nope, you're not going. Can't wait for her to try to get freaking watermelon head trying through there.
You know, honestly, I wish those Roomba things like existed when I was younger. Those things are fucking awesome.
My
They did.
my
It was
daughter
called
has
your mom.
started clapping now, as of a couple weeks ago, and she claps all the time now. Something's funny, just claps.
I mean, when nope, not doing it. Not giving it to you, Craig.
Nope.
I like how it's like this pleases me.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we didn't have to try hard for Craig to watch.
No. You know, the funny thing is, so we find out from Squonker's Paradise that Rick is making squonking supplies, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't know. And we bitched to them about it. And Craig goes, "Don't you watch the show?" And we just said, "Nope."
I did, in my defense, watch like 2 weeks ago that when they were because the name of I don't remember why, but I think that showed up on my feed and it was like, I'll give 23 llamas for a Narda or something like that. It's like, all right, well, sure, I'll watch this. I put it up on my other window. I watched the whole thing.
I will outdo that. I would say
Really?
24 llamas for a Narda and $10 for a Franken skull.
Here's the difference. All right, ready? When their show plays, we're at work. When our show plays, they could stay up and fucking watch it. So I don't want to hear it. Have you ever seen an LCD TV inside of a freezer, no. I tried it. It doesn't work. I'm basically sitting in the freezer 24/7. And when the ice cream comes through, there's no way a TV can go in there now. What they could do is do like a tempered glass and put, double pane glass, put the LCD on the other side. But then how am I going to do sound?
Yeah.
It's like freaking, it's like, what, -2 in there? So.
I mean,
not gonna happen.
I can't watch because there are no computers made after 2010 in my office. So
why is milk subsidized?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a joke.
Are they running old internet too? So it's all still basic.
No. There are modern computers. I work on an old iMac, and
It's all SIPRnet.
like how slow? Like open 3 Google Sheets spreadsheets in your Chrome browser. Fuck zone. Yeah.
I think we're gonna do.
This might. I don't mean this to be a mean thing, really. I don't understand when people say that we are like they. Who was it? That Coach Natalia said that we are corgi parents. I don't understand when people are parents of their animals.
So, all right.
Well, let me wait. Hang on. Well, before Sean goes and says some stupid white shit, I'll tell you something. That's roast. Hang on.
What the fuck?
Feeding my dogs costs me more than feeding my kid.
I'm
right?
sure.
Taking them to the vet costs more than taking my kid to the vet. And 3,
Get to the vet. Sorry.
Just keeping up with the shit that they do costs me more. So yeah, I'm a fucking dog parent. But I will say this. They got me prepared for having a real kid. So, you got to feed it. You got to keep it alive. You got to feed the kid. You got to keep it alive. There you go.
Gotta discipline it. Right? You gotta
Because-
raise it right.
Yeah. Well, the shock collar, we just transferred from one dog to another to her.
But the thing is with a kid, you have to wait a long time before that kid starts doing shit for
Guess
you.
what? Guess what?
Mhm.
I would have much rather had the shock collar when I was a kid than the fucking chancleta come flying and hit me in the head.
I don't know, man. What's
shock-
more fashionable? What's more fashionable, the red keister or
shock collar? Shock collar, you could at least gotten the beat before getting the shock. The chancleta just comes around the corner and just fucking hits you. You don't even know.
Sometimes
you did something. You did something like 10 minutes ago. You think you got away with it, and your mom's like,
yo,
calls you
yo,
by the
and even
name
if you didn't
then
do
just
anything,
throws it.
even if you didn't do anything, sometimes
My brother would do shit, and I'd still get hit.
yeah, or they'll hit you just because they know you're gonna do some shit an hour from now.
So
Go ahead,
here's my
Sean.
question,
Sorry.
though. I'm curious because since having a kid, like a human child, has your opinion of your dogs changed? Because mine has. How I view my dogs has changed since I had a child. What I'm willing to do or go through to keep my dogs has changed since I had a child. The level of importance I put on them has changed drastically since I had a child.
No, I just will never do 3 dogs and a kid ever again.
I don't blame you one bit for that.
So,
Tom Selleck did.
I mean, maybe 3 dogs. That should be fine.
I'm kind of set on going to 1 dog and staying there. I feel like I'd be pretty good with that. 1 dog, 1 kid.
Yeah.
Good with that.
Mm-hmm.
But my general feelings about my dogs have changed a lot since I had a kid. So I get where Brian's coming from saying he doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a combination of you have to have had dogs. I understand because I had dogs when I didn't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I also understand Brian's perspective because I now have kids and dogs. And I no longer understand what I used to.
I mean, I've got a cat. I'm not a cat
count.
parent.
Yeah,
Never
the
was.
one-
They're barely pets.
So
Just live in the same house. Yours is
yeah.
really loud.
Yeah, cat dumpling. I do have 2 Weimaraner's and a lab beagle mix. So yeah.
For those who don't know, Angsty does have a cat, and I didn't know Angsty had a cat for the longest time until I thought I heard a baby just in the background, and he's like, "No, that's my cat." I'm like, word. Late at night, I'm like really, really loud.
Is louder than my dog.
And then I finally met the fucker when I went to your house. I opened the wrong door, and he was waiting there for me. I was like, "It's you, it's you."
You can't help it. She's 18, I think, and she's a grumpy old lady. She just rolls around the house
like, oh, it's you confusing the fuck out of me at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to talk to Angst. Just like,
yes, I am. I'm a freaking cat person. Now that said, I like dogs. I just won't have them in my house.
me too.
I like dogs when they're outside or in somebody else's house.
My neighbor's husky is the shit. I chat with him all the time. Not really. I'll give him a nod. He'll come over to the fence. I'm like, I have no food for you, dude.
I'll give you a high five. I'll put a steak for you. Got no food.
Anksy's met my dogs. They're freaking horses.
They're bananas, and they do not. Well, one of them does not like white people.
Bass is like, yep, that was the last firmware update.
Yeah, no, I think Ammo was cool. I'm pretty sure that was the one that hated me.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, Foo, what are you vaping on?
All right, I forgot we vape and shit. Let's see. I got the usual, the Narda on the E-Vape with a Bolish mat. Got Limo, Mulciber, Piest. I got my Valentine in. Valentine. On Titan, on the Goon. Yeah. I think I left my Griffin on my bathroom counter. I think that's been my bathroom mod today. Yeah, that has limeade and embedding in it.
You leave it in there?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do it intentionally. Just I took a shower earlier today and I left it in there.
Gotcha.
I just love to just chuck tits before I jump in the shower.
Well, sure.
Ooh. What else?
What other better time is there to chuck tits?
I was wondering if tits were coming into the shower with you. Ooh. Hey, that's what we should invent. A shower mod to vape while you're in the shower.
There is a very old video of that.
Yeah.
Of this, you remember when like the only e-cigs you could get were the cigarette-looking ones? This is like 8-9 years ago. Some guy posted a video on YouTube. Go look this up. The biggest advantage of the electronic cigarette. It has to still be up there. Just if you haven't already seen it, it is internet gold history.
Natalia, I do think corgis are cool. By the way, I think they're very cute looking in their faces area and the big floppy ears and stuff. It's cool. They're cool looking dogs. I've got
they are assholes, though, man.
The poop gets stuck to the back.
Billy Corgan is an asshole. Yes,
it's true.
Corgis as dogs are just kind of dicks.
Are they?
Yes.
They're smart dogs. They're pretty smart little dogs.
That's why they're dicks, because they're smart.
Most smart dogs tend to not be as well. Anyway, Dia got a rail cracker in there. There's Nard on top, bell cap, of course, and a co-edition Omen tip. They got the Art and Mod Evo, and I switched out and put the purple door on today just to be, cool and fly and whatnot. This has got Get Poosed in it with a Nard and a bell cap on top and a fancy little Hellfire drip tip, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And last but not least, build button ready for bringing up the rear, so to speak, with abolishment. Sean?
I have the Dia with the bell cap and the Nardo with abolishment.
Got a little bit of echo. I am actually not vaping anything, and I'm doing a test to see something, and depending on my findings, I might share that next week. So, we'll see.
Sean, are you not using the freehand anymore?
On and off, but it's not in rotation at the moment. It's getting shipped out like tomorrow or the next day. So.
Oh, are you sending it over? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sorry, I'm like defangifying screen caps for later.
Yeah, fair play. All right, got that up. I just added another thing to talk about because I just remembered something from earlier this week. That's cool. Before I get there, well, we were talking about squonkers. Want me to take one?
What's that?
You want to go do one, or you want to do an boring old order?
Do.
I don't care if Fu has stuff. I'm just gonna wait until
We got a little bit to talk about. I got something back over the weekend. Something that has been out of my possession. My baby has been out of my possession for many, many months, but is back. In fact, my Titan is hosting the Oscars because like a wardrobe change from when you just saw it. What?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
That is shop. That is shop. This is the Beater Titan.
yeah,
Back.
been in the ball buster
Ooh,
hospital for a while.
my Josh Wilson face muscles are out of shape.
I just saw that
Put
Twitch.
him on the show. We
Where?
need to get him on the show.
I know.
How do I
What
do
the
that?
hell is he doing? We need to get him in here. Josh Wilson.
Josh Wilson. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't
I
watched
feel like
it.
that's gonna go over everybody's head at this point. Most
Nah, all we gotta do is have
Not
him
if-
vape
not
in
if we
his
pre-
car
not if we
for 10
preface it, right?
seconds. Yeah, all we gotta do is say, Josh, get on the show from your car at the dealership, wherever, whatever car you want. And he's gonna be like, done. That's all we need. Just 5 seconds.
So some of my Titans. This was the first and only instance of me putting my battery in backwards. Angsty was in the hangout when I did it. I was like in the middle of a conversation. I was changing batteries, and then like this, it was in there just long enough that it wasn't usable.
You made a noise that I think could be considered a yelp. You made a noise. I was like, "Hey, you all right?" You're like,
I was like,
The poopy pants noise.
But yeah, that sucks. So anyway, it's back, and then as are the pinkies are also back. I don't want to hurt people's eyes, but yeah, these are very, very pink, magenta and Barbie pink,
but
respectively.
one of those looks red.
Reddish. This
When
is-
it's
this-
when it's not in the glare, like when it's not straight up and you can see it, it's actually like it looks like fire engine red.
Yeah, this is the Masty magenta. I haven't seen any other of these. There are 3 others, and I have not seen them hand checked or posted in the Titan Faction Facebook group. So I'm actually curious, who are the other 3 people that have these? Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I'm happy I got my babies back, especially the good old purple, because I like purple. So I said some shit last week from Reddit. As you know, I have a very short fuse, as do probably most of us, for shitty customer service. But yeah, I brought up the craft vapory thing last week, and not bad, because it wasn't as bad as it was made out to be. They had a lapse in customer service, I was told. And, well, for those of you that are familiar with ECR,
accurate.
so yeah,
With all the context that goes with that.
Fu was feeling himself a little too much, so my bad. But yeah, is there anything else? No, I don't think I have anything else going on. I'm almost out of piss. That's a problem. That's about it.
I just got a new, like a big order, and I'm gonna give Amanda credit because I had like my bottle like leaked a little bit in the last one, and now every 120 is individually bubble wrapped.
All mine have been good like that for a while.
She also sent me a note of packing peanuts that said, "Miss you. Also, these are packing peanuts. Do not eat." I love Amanda so much. She's so wonderful. Who's up? Is it Brian's turn?
Yeah, is that it, Fu?
Yeah.
All right. Couple things to talk about. I did get rid of that Addy from a couple weeks ago, and the neat thing about that is, I got my old Narda back. I think this was my 3rd one that I traded away. The guy that wanted that armor was the guy that I traded my Narda for an SVA and stuff a while back.
So Hold on. If I legitimately, if I would have thought anybody was stupid enough to trade a Narda for an armor, I would have traded mine and not sold it.
Hey, you know, right that hype train, baby. I'll try it, Natty. Find out that I don't really like it that much, and get an Narda for it. That's fine. But for all those people that say they can't get one, I don't understand that. I saw somebody post in the Narda group a while back. They're like, I've been in here for 2 years and I can't find a Narda.
I want to see that person.
I don't, you can. These things have kind of turned into like currency in the vape trading market. Like,
I'm
give you a Nard if
98 years old.
I'll give you a Nard if you drive me down to Florida.
I have to use the computer at the library every time they go up for sale.
They have DSL.
I tried to pay with Western Union, and they didn't accept that.
I didn't have administration privilege to use an autofiller.
You guys should not be making fun of those people.
Dude, I'm in
Just
need
wait.
of a third
One
Narda,
day
so I feel
there's
the
going to be
pain.
something. There's going to be something you want, and you're not going to be able to get it unless you pay for it.
There's stuff I want that I can't get all the time unless everything I want I have to pay for.
Oh, shocker. So one of the things that's a little bit of a bummer. So one of the things that I traded him was a bell cap with said Narda, and when it came back, and this was fully disclosed. This is not the guy's fault. He said that the bell cap, which I wanted to buy back, it got messed up. And you see this thing. So what happened? What it appears happened.
What happened was
the coil just got too high, and roasted the bell cap a little bit. Bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the gentleman that had it told me up front, and I didn't pay for it. He said, "But I'm going to send it anyway because I thought I might be able to fix it." Couldn't fix it. I tried the normal polishing routine that you can do with the bell cap to make it nice and glassy. Didn't come out.
Spray some Windex on it.
I did not try Windex. I just did. That's why the old trusty drill's out, because I was trying the old normal polishing tricks. That didn't work, so that's kind of a bummer. But that kind of brought up something that I was going to talk about a little bit. So he said, this gentleman said that he didn't really see it until he cleaned it in an ultrasonic cleaner. Now, I've had an ultrasonic cleaner for a while now, probably pushing a year, and I found that the first couple clear thing, and it works great, but I found the first couple clear tanks that I put in there, I think it was a Rose V2 and the Toot, I believe, the two that I tried. When I took them out, the plastic was kind of foggy. Not foggy, but not as clear as it was when I went in there. Has this happened to anybody else? Or am I alone?
I don't know that I've ever tried to ultrasonic a bell cap. So
Well, hang on.
Not a bell cap.
Hang on.
or plastic stuff. Although it may have happened to one of my Uber Toot mini kits.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. So
something fog out one.
One of my toots did that too. Sorry, go
what
ahead.
ended up fucking out?
The clear
The actual-
plastic tank on 2 or 3 different addies.
Well, it depends on if they use any soap or anything, any solution for the plastic. If they just put water in there and they turn it on, that shouldn't happen unless the heat actually did something to it.
Maybe
Some
maybe
of the ultrasonic ones are heated. So
yeah. So that kind of leads into my next thing. So I actually was talking to Christian, who is my favorite Frenchman, who makes the bell cap. I actually was talking to him about this today. I sent him a picture. I was like, "Have you seen this happen before?" He goes, "Yeah, it looks like it got roasted." And I asked him, because I was asking for the show if we could polish it out, if there's anything I could do to recover it, because I was going to hopefully tell you guys about it. But he said it's not impossible, but probably not. Like, you kind of have to really work at it. Once plastic kind of starts discoloring like this, apparently it's kind of hard to, if not impossible, to recover. So that's kind of a bummer. again, and I don't know if this is because I used to run my old ADV. I ran it in the toot and I ran it in the rows and these things that kind of fogged up a little bit. Mine, by the way, is not heated, but he did say that temperature is one of the things that can do this. I was assuming it was from the coil. So who knows? The short of it is I was just going to say just be careful with your ultrasonic cleaners, especially with temperature, and to Massey's point, probably cleaning agents as well, just with your plastic stuff. Because
it's like the simple principle: never heat up fucking Chinese food containers.
Yeah, no,
never put those containers in the microwave.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I got the glass containers that have the plastic lids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but those are the shit.
Oh, they're awesome. I love those.
They're amazing.
Never microwave green beans.
Especially if you've got like something stainy, like like a red sauce or something, like an Italian sauce or something like that. That's got like a lot of tomato products and anything that's like dark because it doesn't stain plastic. So that's why I like heating up in glass or Pyrex, borosilicate glass.
Well, now now you can get all that like cheaper now because I remember seeing that like back in the day and that shit was always expensive.
It's still not cheap, but yeah, it's cheaper now. That's for sure. And that's because it's not most of those aren't Pyrex these days. They're borosilicate glass. Huh? Amazon. Yeah. I mean, even the last batch that we got, that's where we got it. Anyway, so that's just the thing. Just be careful with your ultrasonic cleaners because things can happen. So while I was talking to Christian, let's see. Let's get that picture up here. He said, I just wanted to. He said I'm a member of this cool French group. They're very nice and very cool. And lately they've been selling off their non-exoset billet box addies in favor of if they have an exoset, they keep that. But if they don't, they've got this mod. And I thought this was kind of interesting because so if you remember back from a while back, one of the things that I really enjoyed, and I should have had this out already. Sorry. In the billet box, the Rev 4 was this kit from Atmostique. It's basically an AFC and a little adapter guy, but the short of it is you can use a V2 Kanger rebuildable head in your billet box Rev 4. So I got this thing and wasn't that impressed with it, to be perfectly honest, because I was using the Uno at the time, and this was like okay. So one of the things that I did to see if I could remedy that, let's zoom up a little closer, was I drilled out I started drilling the holes out bigger and bigger. And you can see it quickly becomes, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you can see the deck through the hole. And once I got it out to about, I think this is like 3.5 millimeters. Once I got it out to there, it actually was working really, really well. And I grew to enjoy this vape until I got the exoset. But so Christian was saying, have you seen this other mod? So apparently people are taking these things and modifying them more than I did.
You're not allowed to modify things.
Yeah, you're totally modifying things. So this is a Kanger RBA head V2 that they have drilled out to, I think it was 4 millimeters, and then cut diagonally. Can you see my mouse? I don't remember if you can see my mouse or not.
No, I don't see your mouse right now.
Okay.
No.
So they then cut diagonal to the side. So this kind of, in effect, makes the same shape as the exoset.
That's encroaching on Hellfire's territory.
Yeah. So
well,
there's that. Now I will also say, so this is what it looks like when it's all assembled.
It looks like Marvin the Martian, kinda.
No, that's a clone.
No, it's called the Marvin the Martian Addy. There you go.
And I will say, by the way, ignore this part. You see the arrows that I drew on there. So because I asked, the first thing I saw that I was like, what the, is that like Chinesium that they've exposed?
It does look like Chinesium.
Yeah. But he said that he checked with the guy that did this, and he goes, this was apparently a cheap or cheaper Kanger clone head that is indeed made out of Chinesium.
Oh, it is a clone.
The actual head, which is the one that I've got here, is all stainless. So when I cut my my wick holes, it went dark. When I cut my wick holes, it was straight, stainless all the way through. So there was no exposed brass, in my cuts. So if you use the real Kanger one, apparently you can do that, and apparently it wicks like a champ. There's guys saying that it competes with the Exoset as far as flavor.
You saw it first on Plumes of Hazard, how to make a budget Exoset.
There you go. How to make a budget Exoset, courtesy of Christian Munoz, my favorite Frenchman.
Please remember, Plumes of Hazard does not condone you making any clones or making stuff to sell.
And modding,
please remember,
don't sell it.
Please remember to keep the Chinesium out of your mouth, unless it's a flute.
And don't do pre-orders.
And then you can play it.
Don't do
pre-orders.
Don't do pre-orders. Oh boy. So
unless it's a fidget cube.
Ethanol
never get
for your
super.
You picked the craziest color.
So thank you, Christian, for your very useful tip. Stop talking.
Now let Angsty talk.
I'm trying to be respectful to Christian. Be nice. So this is the thing I just added to my news that I don't know if we remembered. So Sean actually saw this first on our friend Mark Todd's feed, and I think it's worth it. It's worth a share.
Is there another magnets joke? Oh
yeah,
magnets.
It's a little tiny squonker. So these guys, this is Darwin Mods, and they had this thing that's like, it was a 2-battery like holder, 3D printed, safety holder for your pocket. And they took that design and they kind of
they made a mod
and made a little tiny mech mod. It splits in the middle. It's got magnets, and it comes already assembled, which is nice, I assume. I was kind of heading off Masty's joke there at the pass. Just for Mark.
So the question is, and we talked about this thing a little bit, but here's my opinion of it. That thing's really cool if it's like $50 or $60.
Yeah, totally.
If that thing comes in at $50 or $60, I think that is totally the winner of the 3D printed mech mods.
It might be, and that's why I wanted to bring it up.
If it comes in as more than that, though, I'd have some trepidation there.
Yeah.
But if it comes in, I mean, it's modded off of a battery case, so I can't assume it's going to be really expensive.
Right.
And if it comes in as like a truly budget 3D printed mech mod, that could be like the coolest 3D printed mech mod out there.
Right.
That's a lot of 3D printing parts to be under $50. I can tell you that right now. If you don't want it looking like a, getting ready to delaminate it, rip for her pleasure box.
I would say I'd probably be comfortable with 70 or under, maybe.
Well,
80.
plus it's Darwin, and because they've been printing stuff for a while, I assume it's a pretty good print. It looks like a print.
Yeah, I would say 70, 80 tops, I think, for something like that.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't look like a Herman Munster.
No, it doesn't. And the one thing I just saw a minute ago, Sean, when I was kind of scrubbing through this thing, it looks like the idea that I was talking about, they kind of did it. So it looks like the negative pen is actually extended into the other half. So it should keep it at least relatively stable. I was saying what would be cool is if these magnets on either side were like cylinder magnets, and they kind of use themselves to kind of key in and kind of keep it from rotating a little bit.
I mean, when a battery's in, it'll do and a bottle, it'll do a pretty decent job.
Do a pretty decent job, but I would like it to be a little more sturdy, I think. But anyway, it's not bad. I mean, you can see it's not perfect. You can see it's.
That is a prototype, though, not a finished version.
Like, what that design reminds me of, like, if, fuck are they? The guys that make the Expo stick.
Yeah.
It looks like something they would make. Like it kind of looks like a squonker they would make. But
that thing is like legitimately, I would call that a little innovative thing.
Yeah.
Compared to
squonkers that are held together with magnets.
In the 3D printed squonking area, like that's pretty solid compared to everything else out there.
But
not regulated. That one's got 30 watts.
Yes, and this one's a pretty big butt for me. I love the design, however, I can't get down with it.
What?
I can't get down with the.
Oh, I like Thumbfire.
I don't hate.
I don't mind Thumbfire. I Thumbfire everything else, right? But it's this Thumbfire. Like, I don't have the variety.
It depends on how big the mod is, because I've had mods that I hated it on. Like, what was that mod? You had one too, Brian.
Yeah. The Hypno Stick.
Yeah, it was too small. if it was a little bit taller, like it would have been perfectly okay to do this. I could do this with my Dia without a problem.
I could do it with a limo, but I'm like,
so if that thing's the right height, like I don't think that'll be a problem.
but you know, even still though, like I don't like that button or lever.
We should probably have the old Village Bicycle freehand S sent over to Ahmed afterwards if he wants to try that.
Yeah,
and that's another one. I'm just like, I love the way that.
I'm also sending the Squonky courtesy of Mark Todd.
Oh, geez.
I'll just pass that around too, so you can feel my pain.
I've come to really love the onboard button on the limo.
Yeah,
because at first I'm always like a little apprehensive about the flush button or whatever, but it allows you to fire your mod. You can meet fire.
Yes,
you can't. It's hard to do it with a MyTech, but you can do it with the flush button, and you can do it with I could fire with any part of my finger, any part of my thumb, and just I like that.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's going to you first, Fu, which is good because I'll dig up my single airflow Narticap and send that to you too.
Yeah.
If you want it. Anyway, we can work that off. Work that out offline, so to speak. Holy crap! Can you tell I've been in too many conference calls today?
Yeah. What else you got?
That was bad. Here's a find that might be useful. So if anybody happens to have an SVA or an Art and Mod Spectra or Evo or Dia or pretty much anything else that's using the SVA 510, you know those little the little O-rings that go little O-ring that goes right meow. Most of those things like the SV, I think it comes with one or two or something, right? But I misplaced a couple of mine over the while, and I was like, you know what? I should try to figure this out. So I busted out my cheap ass Chinese calipers and did some measuring, and then did some searching on Amazon, and found O-rings that fit. Awesome. So like $7, you can have more than you're ever going to need. And just so you know, they're 11 millimeters ID or in diameter and 13 OD with 1 millimeter, obviously, width. So if you're ever looking for them, that's how big they are, and that's where you can get them. So now all of my SVA 510 things are now outfitted with O-rings. O-rings. The slightly more interesting than a battery vape mail that I had this week, that I was referring to last week, is this. So I showed it on our thing. This is a drip tip made by Hellfire, or the Atty Smith, from Exoset fame. It's made out of titanium. It is really nice, kind of tight bore. I thought it was going to be really tall, and I thought I was going to hate it because of that. And the other thing that I thought I was going to be really annoyed at was how kind of unidirectional, I guess bidirectional, because you can do either side, but how angular restrictive that it is when you go to vape it, because I do tend to have mods sitting in front of me on my desk and just kind of pick them up and put them in the old gob. It's not as bad as I thought, because apparently either I learned or what, I have found it to be less irritating than I thought. That I thought I was going to be pissed off at it all the time. Instead, it's kind of annoying and not pissed off level. Somewhere between. On the angsty scale of 1, which is to 10, which is I'm thoroughly angry, it's probably like a 4.
See, I was probably like a 6 with angry with mine.
1 to hate them.
Yeah, I would say I was probably a 6.
1 to hate them.
Got him.
Got me. That was get pissed. You just made me choke on.
Oh yeah, that's not a fun one. Abolishment's still worse though to choke on, I think.
How's that? Get a desk pad? Yeah, I do tend to rest my elbows, and I do have a little.
You got an elbow hickey, dude. What the fuck is that?
Damn, son.
It looks worse on camera than it looks in person.
Put some fucking cocoa butter on that, dog.
You've been on your elbows a lot?
No, that's where I rest my arms on my desk.
I'm so angry.
I'm so angry, I just bang my elbows on the table.
Rabble.
Camera, but it doesn't look bad person. But maybe
He throws them bows.
I almost said something bad. I'm gonna stop.
Don't give him a timestamp.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him a messy
do
time.
it. Don't do it.
Boy, I think I should probably stop talking. That's what I'm gonna say. Sean.
It's crucifixion.
Before we go any further in crucifixions, let's say welcome, Mooch. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Mooch.
Hi, Mooch. You came just in time for crucifixions.
Yeah, welcome. That's good. I'm excited.
So I've been on a roll lately, right? 2 weeks ago, I pissed off all the Armor fanboys. Last week, I pissed off Otis and Hellfire fanboys. And this week...
Wait, aren't those the people that says only does imitation shit?
Yes.
Good.
Let's just add that in there, too. Because this week, we're going after, like, the fucking king of hype shit. Emphasis on shit.
King of hype shit. Fastek?
We're going after Franken skull.
Which is fine.
Things happened. And we're going to talk about them.
Let's do it.
Because it makes me excited. And then we actually we're going to bring this into a talking point after the crucifixion, but I want to get the crucifixion out of the way. To start the crucifixion, it's basically just fuck Franken skull so much. So, all right, story time. And I'm going to supplement my story time with some screenshots. So, a post went up in the Narmods group by Nareg. I'm going to sum it up because it's long. It basically says, hey, guys, if you're making accessories, you could ask me. You can't post them in the group. You can't sell them in the group. If you don't ask me, it's a respect thing.
Don't be
blah,
a dick.
blah, blah. Don't be a dick, pretty much, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we're there. One of the admins in there runs PMM, which makes accessories. One of the admins in Narmods. So Paolo right here is Franken skull. He says, well said, a lot of the time people don't respect that. I hope one of your admin's brand learns something from your post. This gets deleted rather than bringing up a whole bunch of shit. Rightfully so, probably. So then, Franken skull here copies Nareg's post word for word, so you can skip the whole first part, quotes it, and then says, if you ask for respect, look in your house and respect other people too. Hypocrisy. Today he was censored and derided after the post with education, a comment to a thread. Because of this, the admin, blah, blah, blah. From now on, I will allow no more pics or advertising of Narda products in the group, which sucks for Franken skull because like 90% of every pic I see of a Franken skull has a Narda on it. But you're not allowed to post that in the Franken skull group anymore. So this starts a chain of backlash against Narmods, and let's be honest, guys, I'm totally biased to Narmods because fucking Nareg's our friend. But this starts this chain of backlash until Ricardo puts a dead stop to it when he posts this conversation with Franken skull. Basically saying, hey, I make stuff. Paolo going, hey, okay, here's my logos. Can I get some? That's what this whole screen right here will show you. This will then go on to, there's a big bit of backlash in the Franken skull group. Everybody is pissed off. What are we mad about? Why are you doing this? This is stupid. You clearly approved it. To private messages or private cannot be posted in public is illegal. Screens will be deleted.
Nope.
So now his Facebook conversation is illegal. So something made him look bad and his conversation is illegal. All right, it's illegal. I will leave this post for 12 hours and then I will delete it.
This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Yes.
Franken drunk. It is not legal to post PMs.
That's a brief overview of the going-ons within that whole setup. So, give you a very quick TLDR. Nareg made a post saying, ask for permission before you do stuff. Franken skull got pissed off. It was deleted. It got banned. Franken skull banned all Narda products. Proof was shown that Ricardo's products were approved. And then Franken skull flipped out and said he was going to sue. Does that sum it up?
No, that sums it up. The real good sum is Franken skulls are stupid and the guy who makes them is kind of a dick.
Yes.
TLDR,
Yeah.
It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am very, very happy that I sold mine before all this.
Well, yeah.
Because it's so stupid. Like, the whole pissing contest is stupid, and it extends into this stupid argument that people are having about accessories right now. We're going to do that next.
Well, it's stupid because
It's stupid because
it's just stupid. Is the short because there's not even a pissing contest.
Because these are grown fucking adults who are doing stupid shit like this. How old are these cats?
fully grown men.
30s, 40s, out of 30s, 40s, bad.
I would
There's
have
no
to say
cats.
30s, 40s.
It's cat, as far as I'm concerned. Because Noreg's not firing back. He's just saying this is dumb.
Yes.
Ricardo's the same way.
Nareg
That's
said
what I mean. It's just like
he attacked an admin in a group and then went on. And it's about the stupid. I mean, it's fucking vaping.
It's vaping. Who cares?
would it fucking kill people like say my bad or like just own their shit once in a while? Jeez.
So my general, I mean, I would not necessarily be opposed if the Franken skull market went like this. I know I personally probably won't pay over $9.50 for one.
What are you talking about? It's a high quality 3D printed plastic pod.
She couldn't make it through that sentence.
I know.
It just gets more and more ridiculous as the adjectives stack up.
Yes. Well, he is making Delrin ones now. So there is that anyway.
Yes.
I'd prefer Delrin, honestly. I like Delrin.
But there's only like 2 of them, so it doesn't matter.
And I'm not that cool.
So this whole thing comes into this big thing about accessories, right? He's pissed because other third parties are making accessories for his mods. Let's define an accessory first, because I feel like that's important to have this conversation. In my opinion, the definition of an accessory is anything that you can buy to accessorize your mod in any way.
You can't use accessory in the definition.
Whatever. Anything that you can buy for your mod or addy, but you must previously own the thing to put it to. So like top caps that go on the Narda you have to own a Narda for that to be beneficial. Doors for Franken skull, you have to own a Franken skull for that to be beneficial. So you've already bought the Franken skull or the Narda or whatever, the accessory before you buy the accessory. That's
you
what
have to have a rifle to have a bayonet.
So I've made several jokes throughout the course of this show. And what this seems like, and it's more than just, Franken skull. It's happening a lot. Like that people are getting mad, like you're stepping on my turf, you're making this, you're making that. Why are you making shit that goes with my products?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Sean. I really am.
It's been happening for a long time.
Vaping history likes to repeat itself. Chufford Farms remembers. But yeah, so something very similar to this happened. Little old guy who likes to blow bubbles with Manhattan mods and makes sexy faces when he does it. He does the. Mm-hmm. I can't do the chuff face. It was too fucking good.
I've got that gift somewhere. You gonna go find
it? It reminds me of the Filipino guy who goes.
Yes,
the smile practicing guy.
The guy who makes the Gus face. Yeah,
yeah,
the Gus face from Psych. So anyway,
wait, hold on. Can I play? Let me play the video.
Yes, actually, yes. Let's
pause for un momento. There we go.
That's our chuff.
So that guy, my homie, he made this thing, one of my favorite things ever. Right? Mm-hmm. This Addy, I wouldn't have given a shit about if this didn't exist. Like I bought one in anticipation of when I was going to get mine, right? Because it made the Addy better. It made the Addy proper because you just need more air.
Yep.
So when he came out with the first cap, it fit a few Addies, and it fit a few. It fit a few Addies. The Stellar, the Tobe, that was some hype shit. The Tobe V2, and the Tugboat.
Hey, wait, and don't forget about the. I don't have it handy at the moment, but the Derringer. I've got one of 2 of the Derringers.
And I bought a Tobe just for the chuff cap.
I'm talking about the vanilla chuff cap.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So it was the Tobe, Stellar. 2 out of those 3 companies were not happy.
Tobe especially.
Tobe flawless, and the thing is, I can see it both ways. I mean, he caught flack for it, but honestly, it's like the way I've always seen it is accessories can make your product more popular.
100%.
Your base product. In this case, like in the context that Sean's speaking, like, yeah, the Narda is really fucking popular, but in this case, we're talking about the mass market addies, the Tugboat, the Stellar, the Tobe, and stuff that came out after that it also fit.
The 3-piece addies, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and fucking brilliant. Loved it.
So
If
let's go from the. Go ahead.
Hang on a second. If the Addy or device that you make can be augmented by accessories, and you didn't think about that when you created it, and you didn't put out the accessories yourself, you lose. Because there's always going to be a market for that. So if you didn't do it, then what's the big deal about having somebody else do it?
Guess what didn't fit? Guess what didn't fit on my Tugboat too?
Let's take the modern perspective for a second.
Yeah.
I'll do this. We'll take the modern perspective. First off, accessories are where the real money is. That's where you make your money.
That's where the margins always is. Yeah.
The four of us and everybody watching the show, for the most part, are consumers. Guess what? I don't really care. I don't care where the money is in that market. If somebody makes something cool for something, I'm going to go buy the thing that's cool to accessorize my product. Right. But the other thing, the legitimate concern that a modder could have, and I will give them this, is if the accessory physically makes the product worse. That said, I would not have a problem if a modder were to go, these are the accessories that I have tested and approved, and these are and anything else, I cannot speak for the experience.
Right.
Basically, these are my certified accessories people have made that I have tested and I approve them, and this is everything else, and it's at your own risk. And that's acceptable to me. But the butt hurt over people making accessories needs to stop. Like, it's an accessory. It's a way for a consumer to better their experience. And to go a step farther, like, there were people, and this conversation came up in the Hellfire group, and there were people like, Hellfire is one guy, and making accessories takes away from him, and we all need to care about him. Why? In all seriousness, like, I've already bought his product. Why do I need to care about him? Like, we have, like, personal relationships with people, and that's different from most people who are probably watching the show. As consumers, you do what's best for you, period. At the end of the day, that's what you do. Why do you need to care if somebody beat this guy to accessory A? You got the accessory for the thing that you want.
Because I hate him for thinking of it before I did.
Well, you mentioned this, and this was the case for so way back in the day, I used to play paintball, like in college and high school, and one of the best paintball guns you can get was an autococker, and the reason it was so good was because you could literally build that thing from the ground up with components, little pneumatic components with different brands and different performances and whatever. It had like 6 different parts or whatever that you can totally just
same
customize.
thing with the Tipman 98 Custom.
Absolutely. Tipman took that after the autococker did it.
Yeah.
Then there was then the other example is obviously like the K-Fun and Steam Tuners and Science of Vaping and all the people, JMK, all the people that made all these cool things for that. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you want, like you said, you can have factory authorized ones or whatever, fine. But at the end of the day, the important people are the people that are consuming your product, period. Right? I think that's what it feels like to me.
And honestly, if company B, if company A is the maker and company B goes and makes 20 Delrin top caps or 200 Delrin top caps, and you as company A go make your own branded Delrin top caps, you're still going to have a market for what you make.
Of course. And
as the product maker, you can make the same thing as all the accessory makers all fucking day. You made the goddamn product.
Yeah.
So you're allowed.
So Sparky just mentioned something that you mentioned the other day. You talking about the Apple mentality or the Apple strategy, right? Is that's the factory approved or whatever Apple things.
But people still make phone cases, charging cables, and all these other things that are accessories, and nobody bitches. There's 1,000 different companies that make rims for cars. Right. Honestly, if 15 vaping companies make an accessory for your product, it means your product's pretty fucking successful.
And the thing is, though, when you're on that scale, Apple doesn't give a fuck to enforce it to the fullest extent because they warn against buying unlicensed shit. And you've seen with the aftermarket MacBook power bricks, like When I own a MacBook, it's like rule number 1: you just don't buy an aftermarket MacBook.
And that's what I'm saying. Modders
My power brick is going to be an Apple branded power brick.
So and that's the thing though.
Modders can say, hey, these are the things that we've tested and tried and support, and these are our approved accessories. Anything else is at your own risk. I don't see why a modder can't do that.
And that's the thing, though.
Rather than get pissed off and flip out and leave a bunch of vaping Facebook groups because people are hand checking your accessories.
Because they're unprofessional and probably had no business running a business in the first place.
Well, what about the $100 Stabwood sleeves for Jules? And
I know, right? It's funny that there's a certain kind of company that you catch that never bitches about it, right? K-Fun never bitched about it. Honestly, the fucking Steam Tuner shit.
Because K-Fun's smart. Sylvester's smart.
Billet box panels and shit and buttons for Billet box, huge thing. And Billet box sells their own panels, and they don't bitch about other people making panels. It's the guys like Franken who throw a shit fit because somebody made a Stabwood door.
Yeah.
Who cares? Maybe they want to
because
Stabwood door.
Because what's the difference between this and the Apple example? Tight knit, like small community, butthurt.
Sure.
Apple's just like, yo, go make whatever. We'll be counting our stacks.
The Zero is the perfect example because the Zero's popularity probably hinges on the fact that other people made sleeves for it.
Sure.
That's probably why it was popular.
That's definitely one of the big reasons.
If you're a modern company, like it's Franken being a really good example in this case, why do you care about people making accessories when you can't even make enough mods to satisfy your demand? Why does it matter? Why do the accessories matter at all? You can't make mods. There's not enough of them that exist. Like, people are so fucking butthurt about accessories again. And we have kind of always had a rule on Plumes that accessories are accessories, and that's it. Like, they do not count in normal rules of shit in vaping. Accessories are cool.
I wouldn't have bought a K-Fun if a nano kit didn't exist for it, you know? Just like those things. Like, hey, it's too tall of a tank. I need to be able to shorten it and have enough capacity to fit my needs. Let me get a shorty kit and a reservoir cap.
Right. Hello, science of vaping.
So to recap, accessories are awesome. Personalization of mods are awesome. RIP and fuck Frankenskull.
Sean, can we really talk about your new collection and hobby?
Is that one of I Get You 69s? He's making
he's making rings and pins and stuff on the lathe.
He's made a couple bowls too.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, this would be this guy. The guy who makes these is his name's Peter Brown.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have a need for a Stabwood bowl or a purpose for it.
Nothing to do with vaping. Just
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know that I would have a purpose for that outside of maybe a decorative item if I had decorative bowls.
Fu could use it for chips.
Yeah, you could throw your keys in it, your wallet when you get home, have a place to put your
Does that look like it would hold a sufficient amount of chips for?
I don't know. I think more cereal. So.
Cereal, yeah, that would be a solid cereal bowl.
That would be a dope cereal bowl. Just awesome. You can put it on your head.
I'm a cereal chef. Yeah, it probably looks like it would fit very comfortably on my head.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
That was a good crucifixion. We haven't had a really good one in a long time. I feel very satisfied for a while now.
I like it.
For a while on that. I don't really have anything else to talk
about. I think collectively it was better for you than it was for us.
Probably. That's kind of my thing, though.
You were just jerking. We were just watching.
Well, that's the thing, though. I tend to satisfy myself and leave everybody else disappointed. So it's right in line with my MO.
Well, there you go.
Lasty, what do you got?
There you have it.
Actually, I don't have anything this week. Just got about a day 2 ago. I got there's been an update for the G class, and there might be some controls for that back LED and a few other things. So we'll be talking about that next week. Just haven't had much time. I mean, the ice cream's just been rolling in. So
well, you had to get all those hairs cut too.
When are we getting? When is Plumes getting their own flavor?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That would be
Not even a sponsorship, Nasty.
It's gonna be white chocolate. It's gonna be Rocky Road. It's gonna be frozen fried cheesecake and mint chocolate chip. There you go.
That's what I mean. I feel like a single flavor for all four of us would be the biggest mess ever.
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean,
Can you imagine if we made one juice between the four of us? It would be horrible.
Dude, let's just make it menthol. That's like the safest thing. Just menthol.
Just add in all of our flavors and then 50% menthol to cover them, and we're good to go.
Yeah. Done. Done. All right. Well,
this week's a short show, too.
Yeah, we're over an hour.
Yeah.
We are over an hour.
And happy President's Day, everybody.
George Washington invented the peanut on this day.
Also, for the sake of the group later, bonus points to anybody who gets the promo image and name of the show and meaning that.
Oh, snap.
I hope so. I wonder if Trump's going to rename today. That would be pretty funny.
Oh.
Like on his way out, just like, oh, by the way, President's Day. Now it's Trump Day. Yep.
That was the coolest thing watching, at least via video, watching that plane land in our hometown. It hasn't been here since probably like the 50s, 60s, Air Force One.
Yeah.
So, and last time the airport was an Air Force station. That's how long ago it was. So, like, holy shit. So it was pretty cool. The only other one that I've seen land there that's cooler than that, or, hey, speaking of Russia, was the Antonov 227 or whatever that big ass Russian plane was. It was a couple of years ago. They were bringing a piece for the International Space Station, and that big behemoth landed there. So
the thing's got like 8 engines or something, right? It's huge.
Dude, it was crazy seeing that thing. It just, the bigger they are, the slower they fly. It looks like at least the slower.
Just hung there, I'm sure.
It's got momentum, though.
So,
were you playing the Jurassic Park theme in your head as it's coming down?
Yeah, no, it was pretty neat. Yeah. Say what?
That's our show then.
Right on.
That is.
Yeah. Later on, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
That's crazy.